In the glamorous world of boxing, Floyd Mayweather Jr. stands as the undisputed king of money-making potential. But is there something foul-smelling afoot with the pretty boy's bank balance? Is the Hall of Famer about to enter the most financially costly fight he's ever been in?
I don't get a chance to really watch boxing like I once did because on a daily I'm taking care of business in a corporate world. I'm working, making so many smart investments. Never to end up like a lot of other athletes, entertainers, or fighters.
Today, Mayweather is known for his opulent lifestyle and flashy persona. It's his trademark, but it wasn't always this way. Born into a boxing family in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Floyd Mayweather Jr. was a prodigy from an early age. From amateur championships to Olympic glory to world titles, he's rated as one of the all-time greats.
What are we rating ourselves on? What are we rating on?
Okay.
Well, we want to know, in the least amount of fights, you know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
After a dazzling amateur career, Mayweather turned pro in 1996, and his defensive prowess earned him the nickname Pretty Boy. He was so rarely hit that he always looked as good walking out of the ring as he did walking in.
It's all about blood, sweat, and tears. Of course, I come from a boxing family. It's in my blood. It's embedded in me. I'm ready to go out there and do what I do best, and that's be victorious.
As he moved up the ranks, the names he fought earned more and more money, until he fought the biggest moneymaker of them all, Oscar De La Hoya. Over 12 incredibly action-packed rounds, Mayweather went toe-to-toe with the Golden Boy for the title of biggest pay-per-view star in the world. And after a 36-minute firefight, it went to the judges.
The winner by split decision and new WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Pretty Boy, Floyd Mayweather.
With a split decision, Mayweather became the #1 attraction in boxing, and it changed everything for the Pretty Boy. He rebranded himself as Money Mayweather, and as the A-team, he set about fighting and beating the biggest draw cards he could find.
You know, everybody is hunting for Floyd Mayweather. Everybody trying to get the lottery ticket for Floyd Mayweather. You know, as of right now, I don't know who I'm fighting next.
Canelo Alvarez, Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, Conor McGregor, Manny Pacquiao. He fought them all and he beat them all. And he didn't mind accusing opponents of having money troubles of their own.
I offered Manny Pacquiao to fight. I offered him $40 million. He said he wanted 50-50, so we didn't make the fight happen. Manny Pacquiao, all of a sudden, he loses to Timothy Bradley. He loses to Marquez, which is the guy that I beat. He loses to Marquez. He has problems. He has tax problems now. So, you know, 2 losses and tax problems later, now he all of a sudden want to say, you know what? I'd do anything to make the fight happen. When it's really saying that, Floyd, can you help me solve my tax problem, help me solve my problem to get me out of debt?
With every win, his fortune grew, and across his record-setting career, he amassed an inflation-adjusted $1 billion. It's an achievement he considers as great as, if not greater than, his championships.
My motivation is to always, you know, my legacy is very, very important. You know, being a legend in the sport of boxing, when I leave is very, very important. But the main thing is leaving the sport, being known as the smartest fighter and one of the smartest businessmen in the sport of boxing. Whereas, you know, at first, you know, when I was a lot younger, I thought about being, you know, of course, but I'm still TBE. But the most important thing at this particular time is leaving the sport, being the smartest fighter and the smartest not just businessman that ever came into the sport of boxing.
For over a century, though, boxers have been making fortunes and losing fortunes. From Joe Louis to Sugar Ray Robinson to Mike Tyson. some of the biggest names and the biggest earners in boxing history, and they lost it all. And maybe Floyd Mayweather is now headed down the same route. Why do we say that? For starters, there's his seemingly endless stream of exhibition bouts with YouTubers, retired journeymen, undersized kickboxers, and now mafioso family affiliates. Why would he take not one but two fights with John Gotti III? John Gotti Sr. was a convicted murderer who killed his way to the top of the Gambino crime family. His son John Gotti Jr., who took over after his father was convicted, was later imprisoned for racketeering under the Racketeer Influenced and Corruption Organisation Act, or RICO for short, which was created specifically to catch mobsters. And here is Floyd Mayweather Jr. risking his reputation and any future sponsorships fighting mafia royalty. Why would he lower himself for any of these fights, but especially the Gotti fights, if he didn't need the money?
Boxing is for a young man, and once I got to a certain age, I knew when to hang it up. I knew when to hang it up. No one is forced to watch me fight different MMA guys, older fighters like myself, different YouTubers. Nobody is forced to watch. But remember, I'm still the biggest name in the sport of boxing. So people still, and I have a crazy fan base all around the world. So people will always pay to get a glimpse of Floyd Mayweather.
Then there's his well-publicized issues with the tax man. In 2017, 2 years after his retirement, Mayweather reportedly owed $29 million in back taxes. Was it a coincidence that Floyd came out of retirement that year to fight Conor McGregor? He made another $200 or so million from that bout. But even McGregor had his suspicions of why he was able to coax him out of retirement.
He's in a tracksuit. He can't even afford a suit anymore. The Rhodes is at 2012 outside. He is.
The taxman wasn't done yet. In February of 2024, Mayweather posted a picture of a check he wrote out to the IRS for over $18 million. That was after spending what he called a light million and change for his Super Bowl weekend. $18 million in one hit is no laughing matter, but it's not the only big hit he could take in 2024. Like John Gotti Jr., Mayweather has now found himself embroiled in a potentially costly RICO scandal of his own. A Miami jeweler has filed a $4 million lawsuit against the boxer and the rapper Tigra due to them owing that much in diamond jewelry and luxury watches. It's hard to imagine making so much money and then somehow losing it all, which hasn't happened to Floyd Mayweather, at least not yet. But it has happened to boxers in the past, and it will happen to boxers again in the future. So money, best beware.
So it's all about putting yourself in the best position. But boxers, my advice to young fighters, make smart investments, because you're not gonna be able to fight forever.
Thanks for watching. And remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.